looking for jobs at the post office. A lot of people.
2 big names got fired.
Well, we should have known. Well, no, we didn't think Tucker Carlson because I thought he had some on everybody. But you know what?
I thought he was their big money maker.
He is, but the bottom line. Well, you know what? After he went after Trump. That was it. He talked about him like a dog behind his back. Mm. So the mega people don't like him no more. So they couldn't save his job for him.
Okay.
And Trump probably is like...
Because he has a lot of followers.
Trump probably don't care nothing about him no more. Because he was talking about him behind his back.
You know how Trump is. When you talk about him, he come back at you.
He came on his little show to help him out.
He tries to play the dozens, don't he? I mean, not in the way we do it, but...
What you mean?
When somebody crack on him, he'll come back on them.
Oh, yeah.
Some people try to turn, they don't say nothing.
That's that New Yorker. He's a New Yorker. So he has that New York mentality of, you hurt me, I'll come at you.
How dare you?
And then Don Lemon should have known he was getting fired. They moved him from his show.
Out the door. It's almost like that move, the Office. They moved him down in the
the movie Office, and that guy with his stapler.
Can I have my stapler, please?
And then he was like, I don't want to be down here.
My red stapler.
When they start moving your desk, that goes for any of you out there. When they start moving you or moving people around you or somebody gonna shadow you and learn your whole job.
Or they send you somewhere to train somebody.
And you training them your job.
That's your job. We're
gonna send you over to India. They're gonna teach them what you do.
That happened to some co-workers, my mom's co-workers. They sent her to Philippines. Mm-hmm. And she trained the outsourcing team. They let her go.
Time to go. Mm-hmm. So you should know you on your way out the door.
I was surprised with the Tucker Carlson though.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Well, we'll talk about it because Tucker Carlson. Let's talk about Tucker Carlson.
Some people are happy too. A lot of people are happy about him going.
Well, here's the thing. Well, my mother keeps saying they should let Hannity go.
Hannity holding on by a thread.
This is my prediction. There's 1 or 2 things that's getting ready to happen to Fox News. Mm-hmm. I believe the first thing is getting ready to happen, what I'm getting ready to say now. Mm-hmm. Fox News is going to go out of business.
Why you say that?
Because they were sued.
Because the evangelicals try to hold on to that group.
They were sued for $1 billion, and they settled for 700 something million. Mm-hmm. From that voting machine company.
Right.
They have another lawsuit coming up for $2 billion. That's bigger than that one.
How is that?
They did the same thing, lying about it's another company that they heard.
Why would you, as the leader of this network, mm-hmm. even allow that? Mm-hmm. Now, even though you got to understand, people consider you as news, mm-hmm. as like. As much as Trump was talking about fake news, you think you would stay far away from the word fake.
No. So the problem that they have is that this new lawsuit is coming up. They have even more evidence against them, and they can use the settlement as part of their thing to say, well, you settled with them, so you can settle with us.
Wow.
So they're probably going to settle with them, and it's going to be more than 700 million because this one was double the amount. Mm-hmm. So now you got another $1 billion that has to go there.
Losing a lot of money then.
Also, did you know this? The shareholders, the people who own shares mm-hmm. to Fox is suing.
They are?
Because you lie, you causing the business to go down, which caused my stock to go down.
And they was, here's the thing, that makes sense. That they would sue because you're mishandling
our money.
We have a ownership in that business, and who would sit home and think that you would be lying?
Yes. So
because your entertainment, we get it.
Yes.
But you guys actually put it out there as a lie.
So people want to know. This is going to test to see how much money is in the reserves for Fox, mm-hmm. And if their insurance is going to cover some of this. If not, Fox News will be no more. There will be no more Fox News.
Now they own
and the first person, they're under an umbrella. So that's what I'm saying. You can get rid of them. Oh. Then there's the saying that some people feel like the getting rid of Tucker Carlson was kind of a side deal for the settlement. Like, not only do you settle, you got to get rid of all of the ones that was on there lying in the first place.
Because he really made it worse by him having so many followers.
Exactly.
So the people who have millions of followers made it worse.
Yes.
Because they helped put the lie out to all their people who believe.
So to answer your question, Ma, do you think Hannity is next? Some people feel like if there's a side deal on the side, Hannity is next.
Oh, wow.
That big giant head is next. And your Judge Janine, boyfriend, all of them, get the hell out of here.
She's gone anyway, right? Isn't Judge Janine gone? She's on the 5 program. She's on another network.
Get out of here.
Oh, she is? Oh, okay. So, yeah, they might as well jump ship.
You got to go. Okay. So, and they can go do something or go on cable or something.
We kept going back and forth with Tucker Carlson thinking, why he wasn't let go months ago,
a long time ago.
Even with the black lady, him being the reason why. What's her name again? Trina?
I don't know. Whatever. I know you're talking about.
That's sad that we don't have her still on our list because we were supposed to do follow-ups with her.
Yeah.
But
he's the reason why she was fired.
He's the reason why she's gone.
Yes.
Ha ha.
Next, Megan with her stupid self. She needs to go next too. Megyn Kelly.
Well, remember I kept saying improve.
She was already fired from the other network.
My word was always improve or remove.
Yeah.
So he didn't improve. He got worse. He actually was telling the truth about how he felt about Trump.
This is what Tucker Carlson looked like Friday. He said, "Oh, I'll see you guys Monday." He's that guy who gets fired Monday, that comes in, that thinks he's got a job, and everybody's looking at him, and they all know he's gone, and he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
So he's telling everybody, "I'll see you Monday on Friday," which lets you know that he didn't know that this was going to happen. But they keep putting the thing, they part ways. You didn't part ways. You got canned.
He got his back of his shirt.
You got canned.
His jacket pulled up. And
parting ways. Parting ways is what what's her name? What's her name that was on The View?
Somebody else did?
What's her name that's on The View? When they Star Jones, when they throw out hints and stuff like that, that's parting ways.
What about Sherry Shepherd?
You talking about her show now?
No, did she part ways from
No,
The View,
I think she got let go.
Okay.
But parting ways to me means that you kind of know that you're not going to be back. Like, I'm going to let you, you know how if you at your job and then you know this your last day, but your boss don't know this your last day. So you clean your desk out and people be like, she don't have nothing at her desk. I wonder that's parting ways.
Did the guy that Joy and Whoopi walked off the set, him?
Yes, O'Reilly.
Did he part ways? Or
no, he got fired. Just like Tucker Carlson took Bill O'Reilly's place in that spot.
Okay.
So you get out of here.
Yeah.
Now he can make his face like this.
I don't know where. On The View, they were saying, nah, 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 nah. Anna led the song. Not, hey, goodbye. See you later. That was always our song.
And wave them like you
at
just
the end of the basketball games and the football games, because we would always win. We would say our na song. So,
and if you think Tucker Carlson don't have a job, somebody say, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah,
oh yeah."
They're hiring at the post office.
So get you a job at the post office.
He'll probably be on some other network, I bet.
Well, who wants him? He's nothing.
He already followers.
He pissed off Mega because he talked about Trump behind his back.
He still got some followers.
Nobody's following him.
He got those real conservative ones that don't like Trump.
Nobody's following Tucker Carlson. They don't like him either.
Man, we'll see.
He's a liar. His hair is fake. And he's a doofus. Nobody likes him.
We'll see.
Nobody.
Tucker.
People should stand outside his house
too close to
and
other
say
names
nobody likes you.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you kissed the ring. You did all of this stuff. And then when you got behind Trump's back, you talked about him. I talk about Trump in his face. You know what? To be honest with you, he probably respects us more than he would Tucker Carlson.
Because we don't lie about it.
I don't like you. I'm telling you in your face, I don't like you.
That's when you ask that question to the people that's listening to us. If you ran into Trump,
I would still smile.
I don't like you.
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say that.
You are a pest.
No, Mama would say something like, "You're bad, you're bad," but she'll still take a picture of it with them.
Okay,
I would still take. I told you I would, and I probably would still say something.
Would you do?
I would still say something like, "Oh, you something," but you are the apprentice.
What if you ran into this man?
I wouldn't take a picture with Tucker Carlson.
Okay,
I would boo Tucker Carlson. Boo! Boo! Liar.
Okay, boo.
Not only are you a liar, but you a phony. You sit up there and you act like you in Trump's camp, and then when you get on tape behind his back, you talk about it. At least people who like Trump, I can at least respect the fact they really like the man. Now, this is what could happen to Hannity on the second side. Remember I told you he's out of here if it's a deal cut on the side to get rid of all the liars.
We'll see.
Now, if it's not a deal, Hannity will keep his job. But you know what's going to happen?
What?
Guess what's going to happen, Ma?
What?
Hannity is now going to become best friends with DeSantis.
Oh, I'm sure.
He's going to turn against Trump so he can keep his job with his big giant head. Because Foxes now have to disassociate themselves with Trump. Because he keeps talking about the election.
That's going to be hard to do, though.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because Fox News.
No, it's not. They're gonna pour everything into DeSantis.
No, it's gonna be. No, I have a feeling that it's gonna be a very hard decision to distance yourself from Trump if he's picking up a large number of Republicans.
It don't matter.
It does. It does matter.
They in the hole. They getting ready to go out of business.
No, I'm not talking about them as a company. I'm saying until they're off the air, if that does happen, like you're saying. That's the problem that when Sunny was saying on The View, she said, I know you guys want two strong parties, when we do our political move and, or even independent. She said, but the Republican Party is so twisted right now. It's so much division on the direction that each group is going. There's extreme sides when it comes to abortion and other things. So Fox News still covers people who feel that way, whether they are Trumpsters or not.
No, this is what's going to happen.
Because Fox will still hang on to Republican views,
right? But I said DeSantis. What's going to happen?
I don't know about DeSantis. He's getting booed a lot too.
This is what's going to happen.
He's too extreme.
This is my prediction.
What?
They are going to now pour into DeSantis, give him more of a platform. They've got to pull away from Trump because they're bleeding right now. They're getting ready to get sued again. They got their shareholders suing them. They can't be associated with anybody who says the election was stolen.
I know.
They can't. So they have to distance them. And then Tucker Carlson went and put Comb Over on his show.
But
recently.
The only thing that I disagree with is they're not going to put all their eggs in the basket with DeSantis because there's other people that are running as well.
Well, they'll probably do
Tim
more.
Scott, the other lady.
All of them.
That's what I'm saying. Don't say DeSantis because he's already getting booked a poke too.
Okay, well put it this way. They're not going to descend on one person again like they did Trump.
Right.
They're going to leave it open. They'll have, like you said, Pence on there talking about mother.
Yeah.
Mother. Okay. I took some falls home too, mother. You think Jesus is going to punish me?
No. See, they got to go back into the conservative world again.
They got DeSantis who wants
Scott
to take everybody back to Moses' days. They got big bubblehead Tim Scott, who I used to like, but
what made
proved
you
himself
stop liking him?
He proved himself to be a lying politician, like everybody else.
Because when you like,
I thought he stood on I'm gonna.
What did you like about him? He always seemed like it was something not right with him.
He was conservative, but he understood. He was like Colin Powell in the sense that he understood that there was racism in this country and that there was intolerance in this country and that some things you have to level the playing field.
Right.
And now that because he wants to appeal to the mega people or the people that's extreme on the other side, he's now forsaken all of that. Now he wants to make America great again.
Yeah.
Whereas before, when you want to make America great again, Tim Scott, when your grandfather was in chains, or when your mama couldn't drink out the water fountain.
That wasn't great.
I'm trying to understand when you trying to
color.
make it.
Yeah. What area are you going back to?
So now he's there
because that's racism, even in our our Constitution.
Yeah, he's there now, so I don't like his bubblehead either.
Okay, what about that lady?
Oh, Nikki Haley.
They gonna give her a platform as well. So
I don't know.
They got to give them all the platforms.
You know who I'm gonna go for? I'm not voting for. I'm just saying to go for Fat Boy. New Jersey Fat Boy.
Yeah, he running again.
What's his name?
What is his name, y'all? Jersey man.
What's the Fat Boy's name?
The governor, Christie.
Mm-hmm. I'm going for Christie.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because he says he doesn't want to be president, even though he's lying. He wants to stir up the pot. He just wants to get in there. He wants to get in there so he can argue
light
with
a
Trump.
Fire up under everybody.
He wants to argue with everybody.
Okay.
That's what he even said it. He said, "I'm going to get in there just to argue with everybody. You don't even have to vote for me for president. I just want to call them out on their mess
when they're on the
when we on the stand."
Okay.
So that's what we want to see. All right, let's see what everybody's saying here. Wendy says, howdy ladies. Hey Wendy. Hey. Tucker was so arrogant and such a well-seasoned racist. Rosebud Draper says, yay, Tucker really got Fox in a lot of hot water.
Yeah.
Wendy says, hello everyone.
Hey.
I hope Hannity is next. When did Tucker start hating Trump?
Thank you.
Yeah. Tucker helped get Tiffany Cross fired.
Tiffany, that's it. Thank you, Tiffany Cross.
Rosebud said all of them out of there.
You reap what you sow, don't you?
He says, oh yeah. Or she says, I don't know, Rosebud, if you're a female or male. Wendy says Scott voted against George Floyd bill. Yes, he did, that bubblehead.
Yeah.
And Wendy said Fred Flintstone when I was talking about Chris Christie. He does look like Fred Flintstone. Emerald says, hey, ladies. Hey. Hi, Wendy.
Hey.
All right, y'all. So, yes. So, I'm going for that. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad that Tucker Carlson is out
I heard that
here.
on the news, and it's so funny because The View, I had watched The View. They was almost towards the end of the show. That wasn't their topic. What do you call that when the news comes out?
Mm-hmm.
We just had to say this, you guys, before
Breaking
news. Breaking news. And they mentioned him. We'll talk about it tomorrow, ladies, because that's how towards the end of the show it came out. And I'm sitting there going, and I called my mom. I said, Mom, Tucker Carlson is let go.
He got to go.
What?
That's why I told you Fox News is either going out of business. They'll replace it with something else. It'll be called something else. Or there's something going on. There's some side deals or something. Mm-hmm. And all of those people who knowingly lied. How can you settle out of court and allow the people who lied to keep their job? Mm-hmm. You can't, because then the other people that's going to sue you are going to say you didn't even remedy the situation.
Right.
You still got the liars up there.
And that usually happens with companies, because I know in my old company, there was a situation that happened where a third party group was acquired who handles our call centers. Mm-hmm. And it was a group that made the decision to bring them in, and they were misleading people, customers. And we got in trouble for that. Our president at the top had to come and sit before Congress and say, as a credit card company, you can't be doing that. You can't mislead people, sign them up for something that they don't want.
Right.
Well, of course, the people who brought them in, you notice they all had their little suitcases leaving.
Yep.
I said, that's the team that brought them in.
They always get rid of. That's what I'm saying. Whenever there's like a lawsuit or the company is losing money, you know the first people going to go are the ones that cause you to lose the money.
Why would we keep you?
They're not going to fire them in the middle of the lawsuit, but after it's over, you got to go.
Why would we keep you?
Look, we talked about this. It's funny how they talked about this in this article. Wow. It's unlikely, however, that Fox News will stray too far from the right-wing talk that its loyal audience tunes in nightly for. Mm-hmm. The network said that for now, Carlson's 8 p.m. time slot will be filled by rotating hosts. Shares of Fox Corp, Foxa, fell 5% on the news. Mm-hmm. The stock had been up slightly before the announcement. Yep. I told you, and that's true. You saying that's their audience? What are they gonna? They're in a conundrum now. Where they say they don't know what to do now. If we get rid of all the ones that are liars, that's who everybody tunes in to see. That's your audience. Mm-hmm. They love Hannity. They love Carlson. Right. So we got to replace them with people who are like that, but don't lie.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's going to be they got to find hosts to fit those spots that are so on the other side, mega people, but not liars.
Why would you?
That's going to be hard.
And think about it. The situation that's all happening with Fox News, don't we all go to the leader, the head?
Well, he owns the whole
I'm just saying the head. You always get it blamed,
right?
Because you should know what's going on with your company, with your organization.
He's about 100 years old.
So you can't play dumb like, oh, I didn't know that they were lying. Yeah. I didn't know that. Yeah. Oh, come on, man.
And Fox News is just a leg of Fox. So they can get rid of Fox News. That's what I'm telling you. Wow. I think if Fox News is going to go away. That's my opinion. Really? That's what I think is going to happen.
Another network, maybe?
Y'all see what's going to happen.
We'll see.
I think it's going to be another news leg to Fox, and it won't be called Fox News.
Okay.
It'll be called something else. It'll have they may even try to get away from the whole everybody's conservative. They do better when they play straight down the line. And there is no network that's like that now. So wouldn't that be refreshing? Wouldn't it be refreshing for a network, a news network, to be straight, neither conservative or liberal?
That's the funny thing about it. I didn't know years ago, listening to Fox, listening to CNN. I thought CNN was like that.
No, CNN is liberal.
Because you watch CNN everywhere you go around the world. I thought news reporters, when I watch my local news reporters and they're talking about the election, who's winning, you can kind of tell. You can't. I shouldn't say you can kind of tell. I can't tell what side they're on.
Well, they not. These people are news
and
reporters.
That's what I thought. Well,
their personalities.
That's why they give so much direction on a certain party.
Yeah,
and people.
Wendy says, what about Don Lemon? We getting to him next.
Yeah.
Rosebud says, Fox might go over to streaming. That's what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
I think they're going to cut it off from television, and they're going to be streaming, which means you can have radical people say whatever they want. Mm-hmm. They're streaming. You can decide if you want to buy into it. If you want to pay for the service, you can. If not, it doesn't matter. That's what I think is going to happen to this Fox News. Okay. And I think they're going to replace it with a real news network. It would be refreshing if they replaced it with an actual news network. Not a bunch of personalities, a news network where they're reporting a story and they don't go back and forth on which one you're going with.
But think about this. It's hard to stay away from that because you even watch YouTube.
Right.
If you got a show, if there's anything about you, people are going to follow you because they like you.
Right.
They like your personality. They like the jokes you tell. They like the way you look.
But you can pay for that.
So, no, I'm saying other than holograms and AIs, people fall for these news people that do come on, even if they do what you're saying.
Right.
They're going to have followers still.
Oh, yeah.
You can't stop that.
Yeah. And that's fine.
Okay.
You make money off of them now. So I do agree with what Rosebud said. I think they're going to go streaming. But the Fox News that we know of today, I don't think it's going to exist. Emerald says, this is the exact reason I don't watch the news anymore. Honestly, you guys keep me up to date on a lot of things.
I watch
Thanks,
the
Emerald.
News every day.
My mom watches the news.
I love the news.
I don't watch it.
Good and bad news.
Now,
I even watch 700 Club
Now,
news.
Wendy asked about Don Lemon. Don Lemon got the old hee-ho, too. And he's the opposite. He's the other side. He's the extreme on the other side, the liberal side. Don was getting too comfortable.
Yeah.
Now, Don to me is not the same as Tucker.
Okay.
I don't believe Don comes out and just lies. I think he really does say what he thinks and what he believes. It's just it's too far on the other side too.
Too extreme.
It's too extreme, and then his mouth gets him into trouble. Right. Like he says things
his
about
opinions.
The woman, and women aren't strong or whatever. Remember, he made that stupid comment,
he had to take it back.
He had to walk it back. I think Don Lemon got too comfortable, and I think on his show they feel like they can just say anything, and they keep forgetting that they're beholden to the advertisers.
Right.
And they don't want to piss anybody off, these advertisers.
Because it's about money. They don't want to lose.
It's all about money.
Yeah.
So Don Lemon, to me, I think first of all, he's an idiot. He should have known he was going to get fired when they took his show away from him and put him on a panel with people.
Okay.
Again, he's the guy on The Office that got moved from upstairs down into the basement.
My stapler.
He's that guy. Don Lemon got his show taken away from him, and then they put him on a panel and made him get up early in the morning.
Why don't he just do what Chris Como did? Didn't Chris Como go to another network?
No, he's on YouTube. What, Mom? Yeah, he's on YouTube.
You watch him?
So Don is going to go to YouTube, or he's going to go to some streaming service.
Okay.
He'll still have his audience. People will still tune in to Don Lemon.
Okay.
But as far as being part of a major network, he can't do that anymore.
Is there a big difference with being on a part of a major network versus like how your man
money?
No, your man,
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern making big money.
Well, the difference is, here's the difference. You can, if you have a large enough audience, you can make more money on your own.
Yeah.
So if Don Lemon has a big enough audience, he can make more money than he did at CNN.
When you said Howard Stern, I do understand why Howard Stern from the beginning had to step and do his own another network with another.
Kept getting fired,
because he would say things that was probably
he kept getting fired,
offensive,
but
he had a big audience. That
Joe Rogan and Howard Stern and people like him, they make more money not being on mainstream.
Right.
So if Don Lemon wants to be the guy who ruffles feathers, that's what Rosebud said here.
Okay.
Don was known to ruffle feathers.
He needs to be like Howard Stern.
He needs to go balls in. What they say, or balls out, whatever they say.
What y'all say about me?
He needs to go all out. And then he needs to go on his own platform.
Okay.
And now I can say whatever I want to say.
Whatever I want to say.
And the audience who wants to listen to me will follow me.
They will follow you and support you.
Like Como.
Okay.
Como, whatever his name. His friend.
Chris Como. Uh-huh.
Chris. Don Lemon says he's been fired from his post at CNN this morning. Everybody got a box this morning to get out of here. Which he co-anchored with Kaylin Collins and Poppy Harlow for about 6 months. The former anchor, who was on air Monday morning, shared the news in a statement on Twitter. I was informed this morning by my agent that I have been terminated by CNN. I'm stunned.
Dude, come on now.
He wrote.
We kind of saw that coming when you didn't
when
have
they took your show away. I knew he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
CNN CEO Chris said in a statement that the network wishes him well and will cheer him on as he pursues further endeavors, echoing what he wrote in an email to CNN staffers obtained by USA Today. I wish you well, whatever, but you're not going to be here no more. To my CNN colleagues, CNN and Don have parted ways. Don will forever be part of the CNN family, and we thank him for his contributions over the past 17 years. Mm-hmm. He added, CNN This Morning has been on the air for nearly 6 months, and we are committed to its success. CNN This Morning. So that's the name of the new show
that he's been on. Okay, with the two ladies.
Why was Don Lemon fired? Don Lemon expressed frustration with the manner in which he says the news was delivered to him. So there's his little stun. He's stunned after 17 years. It is clear that there are some larger issues at play with that he said. I want to thank my colleagues and the many teams I have worked with for an incredible run. Maybe there's some hidden thing going on, like if we let Tucker Carlson go, you got to let Don Lemon go. I don't know, something. You know how people be having stuff in the background going on?
Oh, I don't know.
Don Lemon's statement about this morning's events is inaccurate, CNN said. He was offered an opportunity to meet with management, but instead he released the statement on Twitter. So he got called to the office. I understand. He did what I did. Remember when I was at the company? Mm-hmm. Okay, I was working at this company, the same company you worked at. This was a long time ago.
Part-time, no. I worked at part-time.
You part-time. I was full-time.
Oh, no, I was full-time. You're right. Right out of college.
I was downstairs, and I worked in the file room. Mm-hmm. And this lady came down there, and she was rude. And she was like, you need to get these files or something. And I told her, who are you talking to? I said, you don't talk to me that way. And then she was like, your job is this, or whatever. Now I was young. I think I was 18 or whatever. I said, I would jump over this counter and beat the hell out of you.
You know that's walking papers.
So then
the
main
fact that you said it.
How dare you speak to me? So then the main lady, over everybody, called and said, "I want to see you in my office."
She was rude too.
So I went to her office and I sat there. She said, "You don't talk to people that way. You don't talk to people that way. You this. Now you go down there and I don't want to hear from this. I don't want to hear nothing like that from you again." And I was like, okay. And I got up, went downstairs.
You got your purse?
I got my purse, and then I left.
It was known. People that work with Kim, all in the companies that she worked with, they knew if Kim gets her purse, she's out of there. They know that.
So the other time that this happened,
don't get your purse, Kim. Don't go, Kim.
I was working in payroll at another company, and when payroll, the managers from these different places send you the time cards and stuff.
Okay.
So I sent the thing, and I said, "You need to hurry up and send me your stuff so I can put their time in."
This was a weekend, right? A Friday.
This was like a Friday, whatever. So the manager did. I'm working on it. I do it. You just have to wait. I said at 5 o'clock, I'm gone.
Right. You're not gonna stay over. You
so
already
she said, "I'll get to it. Whatever." 5 o'clock came. I was gone. I shut the computer down. I was out of here. So Monday came. I came back. They said, "You can't do that. Those people didn't get their time in." I said, "Well, they need to worry about that with their boss." I told her 5 o'clock I was gone.
She was gone. Okay.
And they said, "Well, we're gonna have." I called it the big office. We're gonna have to write this, put this in your file,
your review thing,
and we also gonna have to
suspend 30 days.
Probation. We're gonna give you probation for a week, and watch and make sure you don't make any mistakes or whatever. And I said, "Are you done?" And then the vice president, she said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my desk. I'm going to get my purse."
That purse? She went for that purse.
And I said, and then I'm gone. And my manager said, "No." I said, "Nobody puts me on suspension. I mean, not suspension, probation." I said, "I don't do probation."
That's funny.
And the vice president was shocked. She was shocked that I was getting my purse to leave. She was like, "We can talk about this." I said, "You've already talked." I said, "The minute you said that you was putting me on probation, you pretty much said I was fired."
Oh, okay. Well, because they watching you.
Don't watch me.
Yeah, they gonna do that.
So then my boss
had those jobs.
She chased me all the way out the door, saying, "Don't quit, don't leave."
Don't.
So what Don Lemon did, this is what I believe happened.
Okay.
They said, "We want to see you in the office."
Okay.
The man just said that. CNN.
Okay.
And Don went home. Don got his wallet. Don got his wallet.
So he just didn't pay it. He didn't care.
He didn't even go to the meeting. The man CNN
he went on
said.
Twitter.
But he went on Twitter.
So he shouldn't have done that.
No. He knew what they was getting ready. Don't take me behind closed doors.
Okay.
Because I know what y'all getting ready to do.
So they wasn't going to offer him anything?
You don't have to fire me. I'll quit.
How many times we hear that line? We hear that line in all these sitcoms. You don't have to fire me. I quit.
You're going to try to take me behind closed doors and have a conversation with me. And I probably heard from people that's told me when they get you in that office, they gonna fire you. Yeah. They probably going to tell you can work, you can say goodbye.
Right.
You can have a week or saying goodbye.
Here's the hint. An HR person is in there. And
Thank you.
Manager. What you think they talking about? Your goodbye papers.
So Don probably said, "No, you're not."
Well, why did he go on Twitter?
He went on Twitter and said, "I'm out of here."
Wow, Don. You need to go like your friend, the guy you like. He's the Lone Ranger.
Who you talking about?
Howard Stern.
Oh, yeah.
And Chris Cuomo.
Yeah, he's gonna go on YouTube.
Chris Cuomo. Howard Stern, they're what do you call those? Like not Lone Rangers. They
just go out and do
your
thing.
own thing.
So Don to me is different than Tucker. Tucker Carlson to me, I don't believe anybody's gonna follow him because he pissed off mega people by talking about Trump behind his back.
Yeah,
and that's the people he appealed to. You see what I'm saying? I don't think he. Now, prove me wrong. Go on your own and see.
I think he really messed up when he was talking. He should have kept his comments.
I'm so sick of him. I'm so glad they fired Tucker Carlson. I'm so glad that he talked about Trump behind his back. And I'm so glad that those tapes leaked and that Trump knows that he talked about him behind his back and that his people know you don't like me for real. So I'm going to make you I'll help you out. I'll let you go and do your little thing and you'll bring me on your show and people will watch your new show. But you're going to sit there like the bee you are, and you're going to let me tell you what to do. That's what Trump is going to do to him.
Be his bee.
He's going to be his bee.
Okay.
And Hannity's going to jump ship. Tucker Carlson is going to become Trump's new husband. And Hannity is going to jump ship so he can keep his job with his big giant head. And he's going to pull away from him as much as he can.
It's interesting, though. Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Wendy says he is a journalist held to a different standard. Must be talking about Don. Wendy says Roland Martin podcast. Rosebud says pink slips everywhere. I'm quite sure some others got let go that we don't know about. Yep,
probably right.
A lot of producers.
That's a lot of money that they had to settle. That's a lot of money.
And it's not over. I told you there's more lawsuits coming. Emerald says, from what I hear, it is a time for a complete change up on all these new on all the networks. Yeah. That's what I believe is happening. And so they're tired of being sued. All of these networks are tired of being sued, and they're tired of these personalities being bigger than the network. Go on your own stream if you want to be bigger than the network.
Right.
Go on your own.
Because you can do okay on your own.
Yep.
What you do.
All right. So, all right. So let's go to this next one.
Okay.
Supreme Court says abortion pill I can't never pronounce the name. Mifepristone, whatever, will remain broadly available during the legal battle. So you know what happened here, right? That the lower court outlawed this abortion pill. Right. And they appealed it to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court said, hold on outlawing it. Let's just, everybody relax and calm down for a minute. Let's shoot it back and let's see if it can go through the appeals court. And then if y'all need to come back to us later, y'all can do that. What they did is they bought time. Because this is going to be part of the election, the platform of people running for president of the United States. Exactly. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. So just briefly, I just wanted to talk about that. Donald Trump, I told you he weighed in on the whole abortion thing. Yep. He believes what the Supreme Court says is that it should be each state. Each state make your own decision. I don't care what you do. That's a state by state thing. And the pro-lifers hated him saying that because they feel like it should be federal. That's a federal thing, not each state. If I want to go over to the next state, I can have an abortion. But if I go to this state, I can't have one. That state decides. They want abortion outlawed all across the country. And Donald Trump and the Supreme Court are saying, no, just let each state. And the sad thing about it, like your friend, I keep saying your friend Tim Scott, they had some kind of event this past weekend. I think you guys may have known wherever they were speaking at. Pence spoke there. Tim Scott. Even some of the things that he says is to the extreme. What did he say about the abortion pill? Well, here's the thing. He's extreme. Like what Alyssa and Anna was saying on The View, there are Republicans who feel like in case the time frame, first of all, that DeSantis put on there. Some women don't know they're pregnant within that time frame. They may not ever know. Right. And then another thing, and where are you getting that info from, DeSantis? You're not a woman. How do you know to put a law on a woman's body and what she feels and don't feel and don't know? And one of the things that Alyssa and them saying, there are a lot of Republicans that are jumping ship with the extreme Republicans that are saying, I don't care about rape. I don't care about, incest, anything. If she's 10 years old, I don't care. No abortion, nowhere, no way. Okay. And they're like, that's not right. That's not right. There's incidences where the lady may find out her baby. One lady had to carry her child; it had died in her womb. See, that's ridiculous. So she can't abort it because the baby already dead. Come on, you guys, extreme. Trump was on some kind of news thing, and he said Democrats are trying to abort. They want to abort babies even after they're born. Now he goes too far with that.
He goes too far with that.
I'm like, what is he talking about?
What do you mean abort babies after they're born?
He said they want abort, like if once the baby is born, they still want to be able to take the baby out. I'm like, and these people listen to him.
I know. He goes to the extreme with being stupid. Because he makes comments that make you go, he's not thinking about what he's saying. Well, it's not making sense.
The Supreme Court on Friday ordered that the abortion pill remain broadly available as litigation plays out in the lower courts. Mm-hmm. The High Court's decision came in response to an emergency request by the Department of Justice to block lower court rulings that would severely limit access to the medication, even in some states where abortion is legal. Now, the case will now be heard in the U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. The appeals court has scheduled an oral argument on Wednesday, May 17th. Now, this drug, which I can't never pronounce the name, has become the flashpoint in the legal battle over abortion since the Supreme Court last summer overturned Roe v. Wade, the landmark 1973 decision that guaranteed abortion nationwide as a constitutional right. What are you looking at?
I'm just saying what.
President Joe Biden said the court's decision keeps this drug available for women and FDA approved to terminate early pregnancies. Biden said his administration will fight to protect access to the drug, ongoing legal battle in the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. So
it's going to go back and forth.
It's just going to go back and forth.
Yeah. And then each person that's running for presidents will have to speak to this for real, and where their stands on it.
Okay, let me see. Here we go. Wendy says, some women have a period when they're pregnant. Emerald says, so if you are forcing these abortion laws on women, what are they going to assist? What are they going to assist financially and provide affordable child care for all these women? They not. They don't care about when the child is born.
Right. You on your own.
You on your own.
Some places they have resources to help. Here's the thing, I don't have a problem with a lot of these centers that they want to take you in and talk to you and say, hey, don't abort, because that's their job. That's right. What they want to do. They want to let you know there are options. Don't abort. We'll find resources to help you. And that's their job. I respect them. I don't step on their feet for doing that. Because I have been a part of these little places in the local area that does that. That's their goal.
But follow the child from the womb
to
the tomb.
The problem.
They don't.
They have resources available for these young moms or these moms with 7 kids, and this is the 8th child. These mothers who may have been abused, and that's how they became pregnant. These moms whose kid is ill, and they having a sick baby. They have resources for a certain length of time. You don't follow that mom when her baby is 7.
Thank you.
8 years old.
They don't care.
9.
They don't
10.
care.
You leave them once they're little babies and then they walk away. So my thing is resources for these moms to carry that child all the way through college.
And then we've also know people that was on the other side where the child was, the doctor said, if you have the child, you're going to die.
Right.
And the person was a Christian and they said, I don't believe in terminating the baby.
Right.
And the doctor said, well, I have to terminate the baby. And because of the law, she has the right to decide what she wants with her body.
Thank you.
And this person told us specifically, she stood on that law and the doctor couldn't do anything about it.
That's right.
So, and she had the baby.
The right to choose.
She had the baby and she lived. So that's the other side of it the doctor, the government, nobody makes that decision. That's your decision.
And she made that decision to have her baby where the doctor said, you're going to die.
And she stood on Roe versus Wade.
Yes, she did.
So, and she's a Christian.
Yes. So, had her pastor pray with her, had her husband, they all prayed and they just believed, the power of prayer. That baby was going to come out okay, even though it was really a dangerous situation for her. He's been probably in grad school now or working on his master's.
And one of my friends in college, her mom was the R word.
You can't say it?
No.
Okay.
And my friend is a result of that.
They won't know what it is, though. A result of what?
Of being violated.
Okay. By some man.
Yeah. And my friend is a result of that.
She didn't know her dad, did she?
No, she was ours.
And her mom made the decision.
Her mom made the decision to keep her. So there's different, but that's her mother's decision.
Thank you. That was between her doctor, and her God.
Yeah.
So I don't know. a really messy.
It's a messy situation. It's going to become a big part of 20. But my whole thing is, I don't care whether you fall pro-life or pro-choice.
Right.
Follow it through.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I agree with Emerald. If you're going to be pro-life, you need to follow it from the womb to the tomb.
Thank you.
Don't just be pro-life and you don't do nothing for the women who you are supposedly
who are struggling because they made the decision, like you said, to have it.
So you need to make a decision. If you're pro-life, then you need to be pro-life, not just pro-baby in the stomach life,
to the tomb,
but pro-life of human beings walking around on this earth.
Tony Evans says. And one thing too, and we keep stressing this,
they'll step over a person.
People who are pro-choice are not always pro-abortion.
Everybody who's pro-choice doesn't. People assume because you're pro-choice, you don't believe abortion is murder,
and that's not
Some
true.
people are pro-choice, and they still believe abortion is murder.
They wouldn't have an abortion.
They just said it's up to the woman to make that decision.
Woman makes that decision.
So
whether she's a person of faith or not.
For me, I believe that the Bible says, "I knew you before you was in your mother's womb."
Yes.
So I believe that for you to
once that heartbeat is
I believe that having an abortion, in my opinion, is between you and God, because I feel like that's you're getting rid of something that God allowed. But then if some 10-year-old or something, what, Mom? Huh? That's what I said. My mother just said it. But if you have a 9-year-old or 10-year-old and something happens to them,
Lord.
they violate it. Again, that's between you and God. I'm gonna be like, nah, she ain't having it, and me and God can talk about it the next day.
But I've had some people, that's in my past where a situation was really scary, similar to that. Yeah, and the prayers was like, Lord, if it happens, it has to be natural. It has to be. And the girl, she
had it by
she miscarried.
Miscarried. That's what I would be praying for. Ooh, I would be praying, even though I hate, I would be praying for it.
You wouldn't pray for
but
it, but
I would be. I would be praying for a miscarriage.
You probably would.
Yeah, I don't want to, but I would.
I know.
I would pray that she have
whatever your will is.
But I would still. Again, it's between you and that's between you and God.
Yeah.
Rosebud says DeSantis is a whole clown. Yeah. Emerald says we agree. Each pregnancy I had was completely different from each other. My first, I didn't even know until my second month. See? And some people don't know till even after that.
According to DeSantis, though, that time frame is
it's over. He done with you after 4 weeks. You better know ahead of time. Even before then, because you can't have the pill either.
Okay.
You can't even have the morning after pill.
Okay.
Emerald says affordable housing alone is a massive issue.
Yes.
Some people were never meant to be parents. What about the potential child abuse that would occur due to this?
Due to that.
And Golden Rhodey said, you guys are absolutely right, 100%. Thanks, you guys.
Okay.
So it's up to the person. It's individual. Don't assume everybody who is pro-choice is pro-abortion. And don't assume everybody who is pro-life believes in actual life after the child is born. Because some of them will step over the human to go save someone. And also, I hear the people that are that have issues with like Planned Parenthood, being in black neighborhoods, and don't think we're totally oblivious to that.
Right.
That it's y'all real quick to push abortion on young black mothers.
I know.
So I'm just throwing that out there.
But to be honest, a lot of like Sarah did make a comment on The View. She said as far as the percentages of women who are actually taking these pills, and the purpose of a lot of women are not having the abortions that people think they are.
People keep thinking people having abortions
as
really
a contraceptive.
That's not something.
I'm pregnant again. Let me go get rid of it.
Because I think they hear these stories of these women that come on the internet and go, oh, girl, I went and got one, or this, that, and that.
It was easy, girl. No, he paid for it.
The majority of the women that go into these places aren't going in happy and smiling and going, oh, I'm getting ready to get my 15th abortion.
Yeah.
A lot of these are heartfelt. They got to make a decision. You got some people that's teenagers or teens and all kinds of stuff.
Baby is ill and sick. You already know in the womb.
You already know and all that stuff. So it's a tough thing.
Each
but
situation
I don't hate people who are pro-life.
Right.
And I don't hate people who are pro-choice.
Exactly.
I think you guys are too extreme with this.
Yeah.
People act like they can't be friends with somebody if they pro-life.
My thing is I just challenge the ones who are pro-life.
Be pro-life.
feet from the womb
to the tomb. And there's some people who I know who are pro-life, and they really believe that.
Yeah.
They really say, yes, if I talk somebody out of getting one, I'm walking her through her whole life.
Resources until they out of college, girl, come on.
They got it. I don't want you to get rid of that baby.
I love it.
But don't be the ones out with the signs. Don't get rid of the baby.
And then they go home.
Then 15 years later, he robbing you. Yeah. Coming out of Walmart.
Hey, I helped save your life, but you come back to rob me?
Yes. And you still out here with that pro-life sign?
He still that too.
He take that and clunk you over your head with that pro-life sign.
I was the reason why you wasn't aborted.
Oh, you should have aborted me. You shouldn't have been out there. You shouldn't have talked my mama into it. Because I'm a little gangbanger and I'm terrorizing you.
Gangsta leaning. Okay.
You should have got rid of him a long time ago.
No, there's a calling on his life.
Nah.
He just missed it.
Nope, he missed it.
Go ahead.
Wendy said some people use abortion as birth control. That's what we talking about. The ones who do, those are the ones that we don't, it's not birth control. Well, then also if you're going to get rid of the pill is the birth control. Let them take this stupid pill then.
If you're not getting rid of the
Viagra pill, then
you need to leave the women alone.
Yeah, get rid of Viagra then. They don't want to do that.
That causes the birth.
Thank you.
Jeez.
I just want people to be consistent.
Yes.
Nothing that then don't do Viagra. If it's supposed to work, then pray and ask God to get it to work. If it don't work naturally, then you don't need a pill.
Yeah, because pills side effects.
These people, they Christian on some things, and then on some things they're not Christian on. On some things God can handle, and then some things he can't handle.
No, God, I got this.
I gotta take Viagra.
The pill will help.
Yeah, I gotta take a blue pill so you can help me to get it up so I can have a baby. So, whereas that could be God's way of making sure you don't have any more kids.
I don't even know. But the point is, each person
is different.
Between you and God, if you have no God, you and your doctor,
it's all
you and your husband,
God.
You and your boyfriend, whoever.
It's all God.
Let it be an individual decision.
When you had your cancer, there was some people, Christians, saying you shouldn't get chemo. If God wanted to heal you, he would heal you. You wouldn't have to get chemo. We didn't listen to them. You went and got it.
Well, he told me.
God still healed you though.
But God said I was going through the fire.
He said, I'm going to take you through the fire.
And I couldn't understand.
And I got up. I said, in the middle of the night,
I
said, no, I think the fire is chemo.
It's the chemo.
Because it talks about how it fires throughout your body and it just
said nobody would ever know that you even had it.
Nope.
Like the 3 Hebrew boys.
Nope. And I believe when he said, I'll take you through the fire, that's what he was talking about. You're going to go get the chemo.
That was my confirmation.
But God said, I'm going to take you through that.
Because I thought that. I wanted to do what Nene's husband did.
But then I know.
Holistic way.
Then I know somebody who died. Yeah. He didn't want it because he said, if God's going to heal me, he's going to heal me.
He didn't do any kind of...
It's personal. Yeah. It's personal. I don't have to do that battle with them. That's his battle. Yeah. Just like that's your battle. So leave everybody alone.
There we go.
All right. Emerald says, I have women who haven't filled their birth control in months, but asking for their 3rd or 4th plan B. Yep. In 3 months. Those are people. I forgot, Emerald. You are a pharmacist. Yeah, they come in there and get Plan B, but they don't want to get on their birth control pills.
Thank you.
That's the ones Wendy said are using it like using abortion like contraceptive. And again, who they got to answer to? That's God.
Okay.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Okay.
Emerald says, we can't refuse to give it, but I always ask, do you want me to refill your birth control? And they say no. And she shake my head.
Well, at least you asked, though.
At least you asked.
Make it a yes. Yeah. Get somebody to say, yeah.
Ex-Minnesota police officer Kim Porter, who killed Dante Wright, freed Monday from prison. Now, y'all remember about this police lady.
She's on probation.
This is the one that said she used her stun gun.
And so I thought she was pulling her stun gun and used her real gun.
Former Minnesota police officer Kim Potter, who was convicted of accidentally killing 20-year-old Dante Wright after mistaking her firearm for her stun gun, was freed from prison Monday, officials said. The mother of 2 served 16 months at the correctional facility after a jury found her guilty of 1st-degree and 2nd-degree manslaughter. Now, who gets found guilty of manslaughter and you only serve 16 months?
She does. White privilege.
Out of an abundance of caution for the safety of Miss Potter, DOC staff, and the security of the correctional facility, the commissioner directed that she be released at 4 a.m. They got her out early.
Yeah. I wonder what she having.
Look at her. She looked like she lost weight.
Police officers.
Her face was fat when she went in. Look at her coming out.
Yeah.
I guess that'll make you lose weight.
Slimmed her down.
Look at her. After a routine traffic stop in April of 2021, Potter tried to arrest Wright on an open warrant for failure to appear on a weapons charge. She thought he was attempting to flee when she drew her firearm instead of her stun gun in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. Big dummy. Judge Regina Chow said at Chu Potter's sentencing that she was trying to protect a fellow officer on the other side of the car who could have been dragged and seriously injured when Wright tried to drive off. Mm-hmm. So why would she be trying to use a stun gun then? Wouldn't she really be trying to use a real gun if she was trying to protect an officer?
I don't know.
They must think we stupid. Mm-hmm. Body camera footage of harrowing encounter captures Potter shouting, "I'll tase you. Taser, taser, taser," before firing a single round. "I grabbed the wrong effing gun," she can be heard saying before collapsing on the curb in distress. Nobody, let's just go with the sake of argument and say that she did make a mistake. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's manslaughter. That's what manslaughter is.
It's a mistake.
It's a mistake. I made a mistake and I took a person's life. Mm-hmm. I wasn't intending to take a person's life, but I made a mistake.
And usually they spend what?
A year?
Something.
She should have spent way more time than 16 months.
Yeah, they protected her.
Emerald, she already on here, okay. So my thing is, what was her original sentence? She should have been...
It was more than what she had already served.
Why is she not serving her original sentence?
I think she's going to be doing... What did they do? They serve a little time and then they come home. They're on probation. Is that how it is?
Yeah.
And then too, like we said, each state is different. Each person... Somebody else may do her same crime in another state and they got 5 years or 7 years. Somebody in another state may do her crime and they're a white person and they still may do shorter time. I mean, each state is different. Yeah. What can you do?
So I'm not saying that if you go with the fact that she made a mistake, let's go with the fact that she made a mistake. Mm-hmm. 16 months to me is not enough time. Mm-mm. That's not enough time for taking somebody's life.
And maybe they was threatening her. Who says? Because she's a cop. So.
Emerald says, we have to teach our youth proper police etiquette. Don't fight. Don't run. Don't argue. Put your hands up. Yes, sir, ma'am. And yes, sir, yeah. And Emerald says, they can't search your vehicle without a warrant. Know your rights. Yeah. Good luck with that. Know your rights. I know my rights as they grabbing you out of the car and pushing you down to the ground.
Thank you for saying. I think we were on a discussion before about don't run.
But even when you don't run, look what happens.
I don't care.
I know.
You safer.
It's less than the opportunity, right? Yeah. But it don't mean you guaranteed that you're going to be safe.
But you're taking a better chance to not run.
Yeah.
And say yes sir, no sir.
All right, let me go past
another story.
Yeah. Well, we don't have time.
Okay.
Let's go to your donkey of the day.
Okay. You can do that other one tomorrow.
This one?
Yeah. We'll talk about that one. We'll talk about that one.
It's funny. This one tomorrow, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll show that one tomorrow.
Okay.
This was Charlemagne the God's donkey of the day.
Okay.
Ex-Disney employee allegedly shot videos of up women's skirts. A former Walt Disney World employee is facing a charge that he surreptitiously took a video up the skirt of a female customer, allegedly telling investigators he had done it more than 500 times over the past 6 years. Jorge Vega, 26, worked at Star Wars gift shop.
So he was 21 then.
Inside Disney World's Hollywood Studios theme park in Florida until his recent arrest on one count of video voyeurism, a third-degree felony punishable up to 5 years in prison.
Wow.
Of course, he can get out in 16 months. All he got to do is
looking up somebody's skirt is 5 years.
According to the court records filed by Orange County Sheriff's detectives, Vega was spotted by a witness shooting a video of an 18-year-old woman's skirt. She later told security officers she was not aware of his actions. Detectives said that Vega volunteered during questioning that he takes videos as a guilty pleasure and showed them multiple examples on his cell phone.
He was arrested
on March 31st and released on $2,500 bail. Court records do not show if Vega has an attorney. Disney World said Sunday that Vega doesn't currently work for the company. The sheriff's office deferred until Monday to comment on whether investigators are pushing more charges, pursuing more charges against Vega. Both the sheriff's office and Disney declined to say whether they are working to identify the other women who he allegedly took videos of.
My thing is, though,
you know why he gave him Dunk the other day?
Why?
He said he gave him Dunk the other day because this is 2023. Mm-hmm. This is not 1960. Who does that now? When there's porn all over the internet. Back in the day, and I was even guilty of this because I was stupid and a kid. When the television, the dirty channel, you could barely see a line, the squiggly line, and you would try to look through the squiggly line to see
when it would do this.
It was porn.
You see the body,
and so you was like, let me see if I could see what's going on here. Between the squiggly line. Mm-hmm. That's back in the day when porn, it's ridiculous but now.
Porn is, speaking, what's the word when you're saying the devil's advocate, if that makes sense. He wants a real live shot. He don't want no picture, no TV, no then. He want to be right there to see right up under her dress.
But even then, you can still go to places live and you go up strip clubs and stuff.
You can't afford it, probably. He probably thought it was easy because he's working there. They're right there with them.
I think it's the point of them not knowing and the person being totally oblivious to it. And it's a power thing for him.
They don't know I'm looking under their dress.
He's probably a guy that assaults people too, or can.
Oh, I hope not.
This is probably the type of person that it leads to that.
I don't know, but because
it's about power.
He probably don't have a record because they wouldn't have said 5 years or whatever. If he had a record, they probably would have given him more time. But why would you? Okay, help me understand. I know this is still not a good thing that he's doing. 5 years in prison? I don't get
it. Up to 5 years.
Up to 5 years. Okay, because this chick, police lady.
And how are they going to identify
someone's life by mistake?
How are they going to identify it? He's taking things up their skirt,
right?
Unless he put a picture, a face with it, they're not going to know whose skirts.
Right? Is that your skirt, ma'am? Is that under your skirt? I don't know what I was wearing.
So he gives Charlemagne the God gives him
because he's saying there's other ways to get excited.
There's so much stuff out there now. You don't have to do that anymore.
Oh well.
So don't forget to save these 3 stories for tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, Emerald says. Fight and argue your rights in court, not on the streets. Also record your interactions too. Yeah, you got to turn your phone on,
camera on, because they may not have theirs on, or even if they have them on, they may still be stupid.
Thank you. And she says Disney needs to do better. I have heard about many accounts of predators working for the industry as high up as animators and higher ups. Yeah, they said a lot of these animators in these cartoons. They put a lot of sexual stuff in the cartoons and we didn't notice it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They put penises and breasts and all kind of stuff in the old cartoons. And when people go back, go Google that. When you go back and look, you can see stuff. And they was putting it in there as animators and giggling because we didn't catch it.
Okay.
So,
wow, I didn't know that.
And think about it. This is Disney. So you're going to have people who predators and that go after kids and stuff. This is the type of places they would go to work because they're around kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they need to be more.
Nobody would ever suspect them doing it.
Yeah.
That's sad.
All right. So that was it. We got 3 stories that we're going to do. We ran out of time. We'll do those tomorrow.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, our book. Don't forget to get our book, 100 Jokes See, this thing is new now. The way this is, we have to change. You uploaded what? Windows something?
They forced me to upload the newest Windows.
So don't forget to get our book, 100 Family Friendly Jokes. Some of y'all already have it out there. Thank you. It's a way to support the channel.
Amazon.
A way to support the channel. Emerald says, don't get me started on men dressing as princess. Oh, you're right.
Well, if they don't mind being drag queens or whatever, they'll be happy in those outfits.
As long as you don't look like a man.
Some of them don't care.
You know, if you
be a lot of knuckleheads in those things.
I know. You're right.
Never know.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. Look for Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon at your local post office.
Well,
see you later.
Don getting his YouTube channel.